Okay. My 3-year-old is not going to cooperate, so I'll be showing you with a 10-month-old, but same sort of thing with a toddler, really. So, what I think people sometimes do is start out with the sling really, really loose, put the baby in, make a seat, and then tighten it all the way up. So, just a minute, I'm coming for you. Instead of doing that, keep it quite tight. So, if you want your child sort of on your hip, have this so that when you pull it down, it just kind of hits your hip. So it's quite tight. Come here, chicken. Okay. Then when you put them in, Sling Library said to me, always start with the back foot. Apparently that makes it easier, especially if they've got shoes on and stuff. And then put the other foot in. And so she basically now, because this is quite tight, I can just kind of sit her on it, you see. Then you grab the top rail. And again, it was pointed out to me that it's a lot easier to grab it from the back. Because if you're trying to find it here where it's all bunched up, it can be quite tricky. So you just find your top rail here and grab that. And shimmy that up. Here we go. And then all you really need to do is tighten the top because all of this is tight. So pull it back this way, back along itself, if you see, rather than like down. Pull it that way. And just kind of do the... I always do the top and I kind of do the middle sections, but I don't really do anything with this now because this is... Shush! This is sort of snug enough. So I haven't actually made a seat. It kind of makes its own seat, and what it does is, you see all of this bottom fabric stays down here, as opposed to if you put this thing on loosely and make a seat, you don't have all this bunching, it spreads more along here. So we just have one really thin tight layer across our back. All the excess fabric is bunched down here, which helps with keeping that seat in place. The only ring sling I have to hand at the minute has a pretty short tail because it's a floating shoulder, so I won't be able to show you this part very well. But the tail trick that they showed me was to take your tail, put it back across baby's back, and then in between the legs just sort of flip it up here like this. So now my tail's in here, and I can spread this and adjust it and grab it and pull it. And if you have a ring sling with a longer tail, it'll literally like stick out the top. And you can wrap it around your rings or whatever. And it gets rid of that kind of nice flowy... I like having my tail hang down because I think it looks nice. But what it does is it's made that seat unpoppable. So when you have a toddler sometimes, or even this one, she's terrible for leg straightening. She'll sort of bounce up and down and straighten her legs and pop that seat out from under herself. Because that is coming from the other way and is tucked up, and if you've pulled that all the way out the top, then she literally cannot pop her seat out. So that's another good ring sling trick. So hope that helps. Say bye. Say bye bye. Hey. Nope. Okay.